It's the open question that all transit agencies wish they could peer into the crystal ball and answer. How many riders will come back to the trains and buses after the pandemic? Well, new data says that number could be around 80% of pre-pandemic levels. That's according to a survey of 5,600 transit riders just released by the Regional Transportation Authority, which oversees CTA, Metra and Pace. And joining us to talk about the report and next steps for transit agencies is Leanne Redden, Executive Director of the Regional Transportation Authority. Leanne, welcome back here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, well, let's look at some of the findings in the study that you put out. First of all, the key findings here, about half of people who haven't been taking transit expect to keep working from home 2 or more days a week. Even after the pandemic, transit trips were skipped altogether and not replaced by car travel. That's another thing you found. And riders' priorities, in addition to health and safety, are the kinds of things people always look for: improved speed, reliability, and better connections. So let's start with these numbers. 80%, that's a pretty good number, although when you look at folks deciding that they might stay home 1 or 2 days a week and come back to the office 3 days, what is that going to mean for ridership and the revenue that you get from passenger fares?
Well, ultimately, though, I think you're right. It is good news, and we're encouraged to hear that. You mentioned we don't have a crystal ball, so it's good to have some data behind what we've been thinking about, what we've been looking at. I think people see the light at the end of the tunnel. We do see expect a vast majority of the riders to come back. But as you point out, yes, there will be people that may not come back or may not be coming back as frequently as they may have pre-pandemic. And I think we were seeing some of that previous to the pandemic, but I think that's going to continue to play out. So as I think everybody knows, we rely on fare revenue as part of our operating revenue. So we're going to have to think carefully about what the future looks like and manage our budgets appropriately.
So could that be reduced schedules, especially during rush hour when you tend to run, trains and buses every 10, 15 minutes?
I don't think we're there at that point. I think one thing the pandemic has shown us that transit is absolutely critical to our region's economy, to opportunities for people around the region to get to and from work. So that is not anything we're contemplating at this point. In fact, we're actually planning to ramp up service, and the past couple of weeks, Metra have been doing that as they've seen a bit of an uptick in ridership. So I think it's something we'll continue to look at. This study was really our first through sort of outreach to our riders during the pandemic. And we're going to use that as we plan our recovery work going forward over the next couple of months.
All right, so we mentioned at the top some of the things that you surveyed riders and users on for what they want to see when they come back. What were some of those things that you found, some of the top answers that you got on that?
Well, I think we heard loudly and clearly that people want to be assured that the transit system is safe, reliable, and ultimately clean. That's something really important coming out and recovering from a pandemic. And we heard that loudly and clearly. And the majority of people who are riding agree with those sentiments. So our job is now to communicate that to people that are considering coming back. I think some of the other stuff that we heard from people were making sure that we're investing into the transit system, so the infrastructure, so it is reliable, can operate efficiently, that we can give them better customer information so they can make choices about their trips. And so those are the things we're going to continue to look at investing in the transit system in the coming years.
The stimulus money you've got, how long is that going to last before you need riders to come back to the full sort of pre-pandemic level? And can you use that for some of those investments?
So yeah, we are working through our budgets right now. We are good financially through the end of this year. The infusion of federal relief dollars helped us fill the budget gaps for 2021. We, in the coming couple of months, will start the work for planning for the budgets for 2022. So again, that's part of our ongoing conversation. We know we can stretch the relief dollars into 22, but the future does look uncertain. No one has a crystal ball. We can't exactly predict how long recovery is going to take. So we have to be prudent and responsible. And I think the three operators, CTA, Metra and Pace, have done a really good job through the pandemic. And we're all working we're very closely for planning for the future.
Speaking of planning for the future, you've got a possible $2 trillion infrastructure bill coming from Congress and President Biden. If they do pass that, what could that mean for RTA?
That would be fantastic for us. I mean, we've been talking for a long time about the need to invest in the physical infrastructure, and that we have, over a $20 billion backlog of aged assets and infrastructure that we have across the transit network. So those dollars would be a huge win for our region and really help us chip away at that backlog, again, with a focus on sort of safety and reliability in the existing transit network to ensure that we're here as the recovery continues and to support this region's economy.
Getting back to the survey that you put out, you kind of got a better picture of who the riders of Metra, Pace, and CTA are. A lot of folks that are essential workers. Tell us more about those findings.
So a lot of this, there was information we sort of knew something about, and some of it was anecdotal, but we were able to confirm that the essential workers are the lion's share of our riders. It's really been heroes transporting heroes, but also I think some of the riders have been largely Black and Latino, and people having low incomes. And so again, it's highlighting the necessity of the transit system and how it's been absolutely critical to surviving the pandemic for all of us, that even those who are working at home, but also critical for our recovery.
Absolutely. It's the lifeblood of the region. And Leanne Redden, thank you for being here. Thanks as always for joining us.